Hi everyone, Miss Mandel here to talk to you about crayon and oil pastel resist. First, we'll need crayons or oil pastels. I'm drawing on top of my self-portrait, but there might be another project that you're working on. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you paint on top of oil pastel and what it looks like when you paint on top of crayon. So we have our oil pastel drawing on the left and our crayon drawing on the right. Next, we need to set up for painting. I put down a piece of plastic, but you could use newspaper. Then I roll up my sleeves, get out the paper I'll be painting on, and then I get out a paintbrush, a water cup, and my temper cakes. To start painting, first I dip my brush in my water cup, and then I wipe my brush on the side of the water cup so that I don't have any puddles. Now notice that our temper paint is completely dry. When I touch it, it doesn't make my hand messy. But after I add water, then if I touch it, it makes my hand messy. So be really careful and don't get it on your hands. And make sure that I cover my brush in paint. And then I paint back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the area that I want to be painting in. I'm only painting on top of the crayon over here and not painting on top of my self-portrait so that you can see what it looks like when we paint on top of crayon. As you can see, we end up being able to see both the crayon and the paint. This is a process called wax resist, or in this case, crayon resist. You'll notice that as I keep going, my paint gets lighter and lighter. That means that I don't have enough paint or water on my brush. So now I need to get more. And then you can see the paint shows up a lot darker once I add more paint and more water. Now let's take a look at what the wax resist process looks like with oil pastel. So I use my paint the same way. I dip my brush in the water cup, I wipe it on the sides so that there aren't puddles. Now I'm going to get some blue paint. So I get my blue paint out, make sure I really get it on my brush. And then I start painting back and forth, back and forth. Once again, I'm only painting my backgrounds. I really want you to see what it looks like when I paint on top of oil pastel. Also notice that if I have any areas that I forgot to get with my paintbrush, I will go back over them. I'm looking at the whole paper to see which areas I need to paint on top of next. As I paint, I want you to think about something. On the blue side, do you see the oil pastel just as clearly or not as clearly as you can see the crayon on the red side? Both are resist processes, but they look different. Please make sure that you fill in all of the areas that you plan on filling in before you clean up. Good luck and have fun!